Hello Taurus, welcome to your June 2025 reading. I'll start by pulling 3 cards. I'll pull cards throughout the reading to go deeper in the messages, but let's see what's been going on for you lately. How was Taurus season for you? How did you end May and what are you going into June carrying or being blessed with? I'd also like to look at the present energies for Taurus as well as the closely upcoming energies too. King of Swords, he's reversed, the Lovers, ooh, and the Chariot. Okay, I like it. I really like it. You know, you've had to deal with someone unpleasant. King of Swords in reverse. It could be somebody in the kind of structures at large in society, somebody that, you know, you don't know personally, but they haven't been the nicest professional to deal with, you know, somebody that's coming down hard on you, somebody that isn't really giving you a lot of wiggle room. They don't seem to take the most human approach, and they're certainly not offering you kind of an individualized care or treatment. Now, this person, unfortunately, could be somebody close to you too, you know, somebody who is refusing to see you for a unique individual, somebody who sees you just as part of the collective in their life, somebody who sees you, sadly, as replaceable. It could be a boss. It could be a family member. The King of Swords is somebody that you've had to deal with or something that has left you feeling like you don't matter. And that's not true, obviously, but it's not good enough. But then I see the Lovers card. So the reward of this, which you might have felt like, you know, you were being punished, and it shouldn't be like that. Why on earth would this person make you feel punished? Now, whether or not you were being punished by them is another thing. It's kind of the impact it's left on you. But the Lovers card is, to me, standing out to show you that this June, whether it's your romantic partner or not, it's somebody in your world that you have a soulmate connection with. It could be a kid of yours, it could be a parent, it could be a dear friend, it could be a pet, but it's somebody that is going to help you to see your own spark again, help you to see your own divine essence again, and be with you as you rise like the phoenix from the ashes after that pretty taxing experience with another person. Did some of you leave your job? Did some of you get fired? Did some of you get kind of told like that there was some sort of estrangement happening? Somebody might have been dealing with a literal or metaphorical kind of debt collector, somebody who was coming down on you, somebody who wasn't taking the pressure off under any circumstance. The Chariot card is a continued card for ongoing success, especially when the sun moves into Cancer. We have the summer solstice on the 21st of June. The sun will be in Cancer. Jupiter, the benefic in the astrological world, is moving into the sign of Cancer on June 9th, bringing up a lot of abundance in your Cancer part of your chart. So depending on what your rising sign is, drop it below. I'll help you figure out where your world is about to be blessed for the next 13 months in particular. Let's try and get into it deeper in this reading now and see where you're going up and up from. You are going to be on the up and up, and it might just take some time this month in order to get there, but you'll get by with a little help from your friends, the Lovers card. You'll get by with people who love you by your side. The kind of effect of Jupiter moving into Cancer is that, you know, since around November, December of 2024 until around, I'm gonna say March of 2025. So November to March, there's been a kind of irritation for you, Taurus. There's been a severing, there's been a conflict, there's been a bit of pain and suffering in an area of your life. Mars has been in the Cancer house for some time, up until around March. And now that Jupiter goes in and balms and heals that Cancer part of your life, it's almost like you're going to be restored in that area of life. So what was the area of life that was most challenging for you over the last November to March time is going to be one of the most enhanced and beneficial parts of your life, which is great. So we have the Queen of Wands and the Judgment card. This petty tyrant that appeared in your world lately, the control freak, you know, the control freak, the kind of, you know, harsh or even cruel almost person that came through for you. Is it kind of radical or insensitive of me to suggest this? Maybe you're not going to like this, but I don't know if I'd like it either. But sometimes we can look at those people as some of our greatest teachers. And what were they here to teach you? Maybe something to do with your self-esteem, your confidence, your ability to spin golden out of an unfortunate circumstance, your ability to kind of showcase your resiliency and, you know, come back to your throne, come back to your seat of power, Taurus, because the intention might have been to undermine you. If it wasn't the intention, it doesn't mean it wasn't the impact of what happened here. But the Queen of Wands is somebody who is incredibly confident. Certainly they know their worth. Certainly they are sure of their abilities. And let's face it, they're the most magic person in the deck, maybe apart from the High Priestess. But this kind of magic with the Queen of Wands is the kind of things you do with your body, your hands, your presence, you know, you being there, you being physically present at the seat at the table, in the household, in the community. That's what makes this work so wonderfully. And the King of Swords in reverse was here to make you doubt that, but also because of Judgment being the transmutation, the pain into power, the alchemical process. You're not somebody who's running from experiences that are triggering, traumatic, hard, difficult, because you know through these experiences, well, first of all, it would be naive or foolish or childlike to think you can run from these experiences and hide. But you are aware of what comes on the other side of the kind of alchemical process, and it looks a bit more like the Queen of Wands. We'll go deeper into this. Actually, I'll make an extended version of this and link it down below. So if you want to go deeper into your June 2025, there will be an extended down below. If this is all you're sticking around for, please be sure to like, to share, to subscribe, to drop me a comment. That would be really fab. But let's keep going with the Lover's card. Ooh la la, the Lover's card. Something's heating up in your world, be it your love life this June or otherwise. Something is being ignited with passion, with creative drive, and I like it. I like the Page of Pentacles. I like the Eight of Wands. You know what? It might not just be your romantic relationship. In fact, I think it could be more likely that this is passion project. This is decoration. This is refinement. This is enhancement of, you know, first of all, the Page of Pentacles. Like, look at her. She is really like styled out with these nails, and it's like an over-the-top kind of passion. It's some sort of like excitable, I'm thinking like, is it like a maniacal kind of passion? But it is something that sets your soul alight, and it happens quickly, and it is happening quickly, and it's something that you might be studying or researching or collecting data on still. You're curating something or decorating or perfecting something in your world at the moment, and it's going to look beautiful. It's going to showcase an essence of your creative self-expression, who you are, what you stand for. The Page of Pentacles traditionally can be read like a student or teacher. Well, more so a student. It can also be read as an amateur and somebody who's going to be learning the ropes and being taken under the wing of another. And you might be a little intimidated because, you know, you're kind of like, I think you're a little bit bad taste in the mouth still of people that could potentially tell you what to do or throw their weight around, so that some of you might be kind of like, doubling down on a kind of stubborn quality, or doubling down on a kind of like my way or the highway. And I think that that might not be the best approach to the energy that's available to you in June, because it's Eight of Wands. It's adaptable, it's flexible, it's very much like a communication energy with both of these cards. So the person communicating with you might say something like, you know, oh Taurus, if it doesn't suit you, you know, we're gonna move on. It's not like anybody's going to beg you to do this, or kind of like put up with anything that is emerging from an unintegrated part of yourself that's like doubling down as a response to this recent King of Swords experience, because they don't know about that maybe, or it's just something that they're not factoring in. So leave your situation at the door and embrace what comes up in June, because it's going to be really momentous and it's going to be interesting and exciting for you. It might be a little niche. It might involve you opening that, you know, Taurus rules this part of the body, opening your throat chakra and just like saying what you love and being passionate about it, and inspiring others and getting creative and enjoying the aesthetic rewards of this for some of you. But yeah, some of you are taking a course, some of you are taking a communications webinar, some of you are learning how to speak in a certain way, and it all matters, right? Because there's a theatrical element. That's funny, look at this card. There is a theatrical element to what's happening, like this Nine of Pentacles. There is something like, it's not just about, you know, information and facts and figures and stats. It's gonna have some sort of flair to it. And I also think that that involves like being aware of how you talk and what words you select and your body language and your sort of presence overall. Cool. Because the Lovers card came up, I'll look at romantic relationships in the extended this month. I won't always do that, but if I'm called to or it makes sense, I will. All right, let's have a look at the Chariot card. Road trips, train trips, getting on buses. I think like renting a car and sightseeing, that could be something coming up for you this month too. The Chariot's got the King of Wands upright and the Three of Wands. Leave this in the past. I think the energy is, you know what, they're not in any way better than you, or they're not your true authority. Is it true that only God can judge, or only that you truly are an autonomous, sovereign person in this world that doesn't actually answer on a spiritual level, of course, to anybody else? Is it possible that we incarnated here to remember that really there is no overarching authority that truly governs our soul? Like, that is what we have. I'll probably get shadow banned on YouTube for even saying these kind of things, which is in and of itself a thought-provoking question as to why. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, different topic, different day. But the Chariot and the King of Wands. Okay, so, you know, it's interesting to me. It's like, now from your vantage point at the end of June, this is you. Or this is a completely contradictory person that comes into your life that is so different to what you've been dealing with, and that, you know, subpar and actually for some unacceptable kind of treatment. And that King of Wands is either you kind of being like, look at me now, or this is you looking at this, how far you've come, and, you know, you're like taking notes, but also you're just, you know, you have empathy for that person that you were. You even might have empathy or understanding for the other person, I'm not sure, but you're just very far removed energetically from that person because you feel incredibly successful. You feel very expansive, which is the Three of Wands. I can't wait to go deeper into the direction you're going beyond June. But, you know, you just feel like this has set, everything is relevant, and you feel now that you've kind of set the tone for the kind of standard of treatment around you, like how people are going to like respond to you, treat you, see you. And it's a really advantageous end to the month, I will say that, and I certainly will get deeper into that into the extended. So Taurus, I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you soon. Bye.